Everybody, welcome to Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Jay.
My name is Colleen.
I'm War Dog. It's a butterfly.
Oh my god, that butterfly was
it's
so
a
ridiculous.
pretty butterfly. Oh, I'm out.
I actually made a note of that too. I was like, that is so ridiculous and so classic War Dog.
Well, I mean, it's like you would think, like you could say, like, "Oh, that's why I lost." Like, no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. You're terrible at all these.
I got an excuse. The butterfly. And if all
Tell
people
you guys,
the people who would sit out a challenge had a chance just to eat food instead of a challenge, it should have just been War Dog.
Yeah,
it
for
should have
sure.
just been War Dog
For sure.
I mean, I never respect the players that don't. That's my stance.
But what about
You
War
know
Dog? Would you be upset if it was War Dog? Because he literally.
No, because he has no chance. But I still think that you should do the challenges.
Yeah. Also, some of them looked like they had a lot of beer for not eating that much. But with the butterfly, though, I imagine that butterfly being like the spirit of Wendy coming back and being like, "Hey, War Dog, what's up?" Like,
how do we know it wasn't a drone?
Maybe
Fake butterfly.
But Jack, you were saying right before we hit record that did we know it's going to be a double elimination?
I had no clue.
I didn't either, which goes to show you I'm kind of out of touch with Survivor Internet land lately.
Well, when they I said the challenge was like the first 5-6 minutes, I go, how long is this tribal council going to be?
I know, I said the same thing. I was like, oh my god, please.
What do you think that has to do with the overall play? Because this jury is gonna, be the biggest jury in the history of the game, just because nobody's really gone home, save for two people, and Wendy and
Keith can't make a decision now.
So, but I guess so we already had kind of a double 2-hour episode. Now we have another double elimination. It does affect kind of that process. No,
I don't think so. I mean, it's. You know why? Nobody has gone home for a medical reason or whatever, and they always leave.
But also, nobody's gone home.
Nobody's quit.
Period, because they're all in the
right?
jury, save for Wendy and Keith.
There hasn't been anything. So I assume that they had to have 2 weeks.
My question is there more coming? Is there more demo elimination?
I don't think so, because usually there's somebody that gets hurt or quits, or not usually, but more often than not, we see that, right?
Well, how long are we going to keep this going, or you just really piss them off and they don't actually people on Extinction Island don't actually get back in the game?
Oh my god, can you imagine? That would be riots in the street, right? Because
I think it'd be kind of funny.
I haven't been on
Survivor. There are no rules.
Yeah. I haven't been on Survivor Internet, but I have been on Survivor Twitter, and Survivor Twitter seems
It's a sub internet.
It is a sub internet, but Survivor Twitter seems to enjoy Edge of Extinction, right? So I can just imagine if Reem doesn't get a chance to speak at Final Tribal for whatever reason, and they make them go away, or there's not.
No, she can vote. She's on the jury. She can vote.
Okay, well that's good, because
I'm saying they don't get a chance to get back at this whole thing.
They've got to.
They're just like when David gave the clue to Devons. That's all they're really doing now. Is they're kind of guiding who they want to get to the.
You mean like Ben? A couple of seasons ago, who won out of nowhere? It was like, hey, let's just, I know that she voted to give this other person, but let's just give you fire anyway.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that maybe they don't, because at what point does it go on too long? Okay, they need to get back in the game now.
I don't know what point it goes on. I would think it's probably close to something like with Blood versus Water Redemption Island, where Laura Moret got back in it. Or no, it was Tina. I'm sorry. Tina got back in at 5?
I don't think it's right that they get in the fourth or fifth, round. I mean, enough's enough. They need to get back in the game now.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this because they're playing their own separate game of Survivor on there in the because, I mean, we didn't see much this week, but in previous weeks, we've seen that they've got literally nothing, so they're surviving on some chance. And yes, I know that's not traditional Survivor, and a hardcore conservative, traditional, non-progressive Survivor fan would be like, we've got to stick to what Survivor is from, like, you know,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if
I
I
know
was
you're not.
already voted off and I was on the Extinction Island, I'd be going, oh, let's just drag this out as long as we can, and I'll take my chances because I got a better chance. If I can win and get back in and there's only 4 or 5 people, I got a better chance of going to, because especially I can build fire.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay,
here.
I got a really good chance of going to the finals and making my case.
Yeah,
and I just don't think that's fair. I think eventually you have to get in there and actually play the game. Like Reem has not. Okay, say Reem gets back into it. Yeah, she's suffered on Extinction Island. She's been there. She's sucked it up. Say she gets back in the game.
Okay.
Okay, she wins the thing, gets back in the game, and she builds the fire, and she goes to the final 3 and somehow wins it. Is that fair?
Well,
she didn't play the game of Survivor.
Well, does she win it,
the
though?
new
I don't
game.
think she wins.
she would have to have played some form of game to get everybody's vote to win it, though.
But
Yeah,
I'm
which
just
I don't
saying
think you would have.
Maybe you have a bitter jury. Maybe they're just bitter, or you have someone like Julie who can't make a decision.
Maybe,
and she's
but
flipping all over the place.
But like my point is, on Edge of Extinction, this isn't like the traditional, you know, other things that we've seen.
I get everything
like
you're
they're
saying,
playing
but what I'm saying
a
is
separate game. Like it's like Survivor.
You've been
not
you've
the
been
sequel,
voted
the
out.
spin-off. The Survivor, the spin-off is on Edge of Extinction right now.
Well, then that's what they should change the game to, because eventually it just bothers me that someone could get in that there's no chance for them. They could possibly get back in there with no chance for them to be voted out again. Especially if it's build fire for the
well, that's if they go in at final 4, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it should be at 5. I think 5 at the latest. The last immunity idol.
We have like 9 people left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should be back in now. Next week it should be the last week.
But I don't know. It's been
they should be in before the finale, which would be 5, right?
Right, and
so 6.
Since the merge, though, I mean, they've known to expect the Edge of Extinction people to come back in, so they've known to adjust their game for it, right?
Well, the thing is, I mean, if they're all the jury, whoever goes back in the game would have been working the jury the whole time, possibly.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it
could be one of those. It could be like, say, how could Reem win? Well, like Jay just made a good point. She spent all this time with those people on there. Like, yeah, I know what she went through. I'm going to give her my vote.
Yeah, but it's an experiment. It's the first time ever, and I think we're just going to have to let it play out and see what happens.
I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I'm not one of those people that you have to do it this. I go, but eventually, there comes a time where you go, right, to make it fair to everybody.
Yeah.
You got to get them back in the game, so they either have to, like Devins is, you know, he could have been the first one voted out again. He stayed in the game, and he's got a chance to win it, right?
Yeah.
I also see Colleen's side where she wants Reem to be there all the time.
I do. I just love Reem.
But
as somebody else who is, you know, only liked by a marginal amount of people in general, like I
not even me, but...
not even my husband. You know, I just what's the word? I like.
Speaking of which, Colleen, you have your shawl. Yeah, she has a shawl again this week, ladies.
It's cold in here. I don't know why it's so
not that
cold.
cold.
It's like 10 degrees colder than upstairs. Also, it's commiserate.
The sun's still out.
Yes, but Jay put these like shade covers up so the sun can't even shine in.
Yeah, there's no UV light inside the Jay's office.
Also, literally, the sun never shines on this side of the house. So,
well, there's a deck and trees.
Yeah, there's a deck and trees
and sorrow
and sorrow,
death and sorrow and grief. But it keeps my collectibles free from UV.
Well, that makes sense.
Degradation. Anyway, all right. Let's jump in
his collectibles
to this recap.
I can't do the Lexus voice like Boston does.
Do. Before we get into the recap, we want to thank the people that make this show possible, our patrons, especially Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, the Drake, and Ed, the Creepy Mailman, as well as all of our patrons. You can find all of them at patreon.com/JayandJack. That's Patreon.com/JayandJack. We do special bonuses for our patrons that give $5 or more a month. We have special bonus episodes, and for those that give $15 or more a month, we have even more awesome stuff that we're doing for those patrons. And it all helps make all of these podcasts possible. So if you enjoy Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen, we do a special bonus Survivor episode with Colleen and Zachary Lewis Glatfelter.
Yes.
Yeah, tell Zachary Lewis that I don't think Papa could win this challenge, that first challenge.
Oh my God!
He believes in you, Papa. He believes in you.
Yeah, Zach believed in you. Alex was on Team Mama.
Well, I heard he picked me. I said, "Okay, good job, Zach." But then when I saw this week's challenge with the bending in the crowd, I said, "My God!" 2 seconds into it, I'd be laying on the ground going, "Help me!"
You do kind of get stuck in a position, so I feel like if you got there, I think you'd be good.
But I would literally the next challenge, I'd still be in that position.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be that old guy from Mousetrap that's just kind of like hunched over.
Exactly. That would be
goes into the little bathroom.
That would be me. No kidding.
Oh my God.
I'd probably have to be airlifted out, but they couldn't get me in the helicopter. They'd have to like carry me, one of those baskets. Like we used to do the astronauts. Remember you have to fish the astronauts out?
Yes. Anyway, all right. Without any further ado, Colleen,
I was gonna...
let's jump into this double elimination 1 hour episode.
Oh, all right. Okay. So we start with Vata. Is that how you say it? Night 23. David says that although they wasted the idol, it was worth it given the insanity of the tribal council. So the group talks at the fire about how Aurora blew up the plans, and now that the tribal lines are drawn, they're just they're just done. Like there's no more tribal lines anymore.
Julie, she's got to get out. We got to vote her out.
I know. Julie, man, she has definitely stepped into that stereotypical role of the, mom that freaks out, right? Like, if I was on the tribe, we would have some things to say about her edit, but we're not, so we're not. The War Dog wants...
Is it her edit, or is that just how she is?
I have no idea. It's probably both.
Is this going to be like a Dan, where Dan's claimed he had a bad edit?
Oh my God. Well, to be fair, Dan definitely was like that. Because he was given the chance at the live show to correct it, and he didn't. Same with Natalie last season, where, Jeff was like, so do you think that you were portrayed unfairly? And she just was like, all of her answers were like, nope, you were portrayed pretty fairly. So
pretty much, if you're saying it, I think that's how it is.
Maybe. I do think that Aurora is being presented. She would be presented in the same way as the Central Park Pier, but she's being presented as slightly more sympathetic. So I don't know if that means she goes to the final 3 and we're getting a little bit more of a favorable edit from her, or she ends up being like that person who is the underdog that goes further than we think she would.
She gets emotional, but she's calmer about it.
She does. She gets emotional, but she's exactly. I was thinking the same thing. But War Dog wants to form an alliance with Kelly, Lauren, Ron, the Central Park Pier, and Gavin, who is the only one he really trusts, even though we never see that again for the rest of the episode.
Well, it's funny, though, is War Dog keeps making the same stupid mistake. Lauren and myself and Kelly, we voted the same way 9 times. 9 times. We never... I said, why would you tell you have a solid 3?
Right.
Yeah.
That was just, to me, he's usually pretty smart.
Well, he got Kelly out anyway eventually, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Still, I was going just anyway.
In the scheme of things.
True. Aurora cries about blowing up her own game and talks about growing up as a foster child with no friends. I kind of felt sad at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, okay, we can't make fun of Aurora anymore.
I know. I was like, damn it.
Is it required now if you're going on Survivor?
You humanize yourself.
Story, like a good, feel sorry for me.
Why would you humanize yourself? That's not fair to the podcasters.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So if you go on the show, Jack, what would be...
to win now.
Jack, what would be your sob story?
I just have to take off my hat.
You see this? This has been my life for the past 30
years.
What else?
I'd show the picture before and after.
Yeah, but
Tell
then
me I have not suffered.
War Dog would show up in the scene and be like,
actually, I think War Dog
Fred.
I think War Dog has less hair than you do.
He does. So he should be like, yo, just rock it, like, let's just go with this.
It helps me in the challenges, aerodynamic.
I mean, John Travolta finally gave in to his baldness. He looks great.
Yeah, there's people that do it. Lots of people. The dude from Barry, he like rocks it.
Dude from Barry.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy from Office Space.
Oh,
you mean the other guy?
Yeah, NoHo. What's his face?
Yeah,
Nick has hair.
Nick or whatever. Yeah.
What? Yeah. What?
Anyway. Moving on.
Jack,
you gotta come up with a better sob story. Baldness is not gonna cut it.
It just doesn't work in today's society.
But I'm gonna, I save it. You don't give it up now because you give people time to pick it apart. Look, right away, bald. Oh, I don't see you guys shaving your head. That's okay.
Does this mean that you'll be supporting Cory Booker for president?
That's true. Is that the only bald? Well, no, Bernie, he's bald.
No, he's not that bald. He's got very white hair.
No.
Bernie's one of those guys that bald people hate because he's got hair.
He's got hair, but he
hasn't seen a comb in 40 years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
See, I sympathize.
Trump actually, is he bald or does he have hair?
It doesn't matter. He has hair. It doesn't matter if it's fake or not. He has hair.
Yeah.
So is Cory Booker the only bald candidate?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's like 400 candidates.
Yeah, there
right?
is.
I know.
There are.
and we got one bald guy.
I'm surprised. Think about it. You think there'd be more bald candidates, but you're right. That's it.
Because people don't want to vote because in their mind, who's the people think I'm
but
joking
Cory Booker
about
looks
this.
good. Like I don't think
who's the bad guy
He's
in
an
movies?
attractive man.
Who's the bad guy in TV shows? It's the bald guy. That's why bald guys right away. People, even though all politicians are probably bad guys, they're bad people. You see, I can't vote for him.
He's bald.
He's sinister. Yes.
Oh my God.
He's a Bond villain.
You literally can never say anything bad about Cory Booker from now until November 2020, right?
Fringe.
Or whenever. Because everyone will be like, baldest.
Anyways, moving on. Jackie, what's your sob story, Colleen? What's your sob story?
I don't have one.
No? Okay.
I would save mine. What you don't.
My
bring it up
father-in-law
now.
is bald. That's my sob story.
Sometimes we
and
go
I'm trying to win the
outside
game
sun.
so I can pay for a hair transplant.
I have my glasses. It's blinding. I can't see.
No, that's it. Like you're trying to win money for a hair transplant for your father-in-law.
Yeah.
He struggles every day.
Because I understand the plight and I really appreciate the struggle. My father-in-law just aspires to have Bernie Sanders hair.
He's barely
no.
hanging on.
I'd rather be bald. Seriously, I cannot stand people that
He doesn't really. I don't know. I feel like he's bald.
If you look back at like 30 years ago,
he has that kind of.
It doesn't matter. If you can have a comb over, you have hair.
It's not even a comb over. It's like I woke up. That's how I'm going out in the
Jack
world.
could do a comb over, I think.
No, I don't think Jack could.
But see, the problem is I have no forward, no back.
Yeah, I don't think Jack could do a comb over at this
a full
point.
horseshoe. There's not enough on the side to like.
I'd have to do that. I'd have to do that where it's going from this side to that, which is a lot.
No,
of the
you got to go
today.
full
That
NoHo
is the
Hank.
hairstyle.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, all right, moving
on. I think we were talking about Aurora, but like,
yeah, she's an orphan. We feel bad for her. Moving on.
Stop it! That's horrible.
I said I feel bad for her.
I felt bad for her.
Sorry, I didn't feel like that was genuine, but I did say it.
It didn't sound genuine. So,
by the way, she had my vote.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, I've got you, girl. Anyway, immunity challenge. They get to sit out for pizza and beer, which is like my favorite things in the world.
Do you sit out if that's the case?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I gotta play it by ear. Like, am I playing bald or not? Like, do I have the?
No, I like said as much as
do I have the currency to sit out?
You got to play it.
But it was pizza and beer. But anyway, Victoria, Ron, Lauren, Wentworth all sit out.
Victoria.
Aurora's got some cannons.
Yeah, she does.
Are you talking about her
arms?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Get it, girl.
That's why David's like going, how do you feel, Aurora? I'm not moving.
Sorry.
Listen, I beg for somebody to win lose against me every single week.
Which is a shame because, she's pretty, challenge beastie. But anyway, they have a Dharma symbol in the background. Anybody notice that?
Yes. I pointed it out, first of all. Don't act like you found it, but sure.
Well, I just wanted to make sure I had your attention. Then we had the butter. It's so rare nowadays. You people with luscious hair. War Dog gets the butterfly on his ear and ends up going out pretty quickly.
you think Jeff, they edited that part in? You gotta pay attention. You gotta concentrate. Also, there's a butterfly in War Dog's eyesight. I mean,
no, okay, so that's part of War Dog's winner's edit is the butterfly. It's like
the butterfly effect.
Yeah, the butterfly effect. Let's just give him a chance.
It was to be fair to War Dog, it was a pretty butterfly.
It was actually very beautiful and big.
Absolutely.
Like it was an Instagram worthy butterfly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, totally.
Totes my goats.
Totes. But it goes down to David versus Aurora, and Aurora's like neither of them are going to give up, and then she ends up winning. We go back to camp.
The classic. Was it Bridesmaid, Never the Bride? Or
yeah,
whatever?
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah. We
go back to camp. And everyone wants to get David out. David, he may be being myopic, but he wants to vote out War Dog. At that point, I was like, ooh, maybe there's a chance. And Jack was, busy in the corner being like, oh, he's bald, he's gone.
It's true. I forgot David's bald.
Well, War Dog's kind of in the driver's seat.
Actually, War Dog is also kind of bald.
He's bald.
Can we eliminate the plane thing, though? God, it was like, okay, it was cool the first week. But now I'm the pilot. Well, I was a passenger.
Nope.
I was a pilot.
It is.
Anyone going to be the flight attendant?
It was.
Anybody?
It was the theme of. It's the theme of the season.
And then David used his Devon story. You don't want to be sitting at home, remembering the last conversation you had, and be that one where you made the mistake. And okay, David.
All right, David. We all know you're going to be back again in the future, so chill, dude. Anyway, so David wants to vote up War Dog. Dad Bod approaches Victoria, who's kind of on board. Victoria! The Central Park Pier is nervous that they may end up on the bottom. Ron doesn't know.
I thought she was going to flop.
Yeah. Ron doesn't know who to go with, David or War Dog.
Ron's game has completely changed because he was the pilot, and now he's strictly just a passenger. He's just trying to hang on.
Yeah, but to Ron's credit, we're seeing so edit-wise, we are seeing a lot of Ron driving the decision, right? So even though he's a passenger, is he a passenger or is he more in the driver's seat than?
No, he's going with the flow, I think.
I don't know. I mean, yes, I think he's going with the flow.
He's terrified of pissing off Central Park Pier, which I think is going to happen next. I think she's going to be pissed next week.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's just I don't know. It's just kind of interesting because was this the vote that Aurora? No, that was the next vote, right? Where Aurora was like, "I'll give you this to."
Yeah, I still don't get that one.
Yeah, that was kind of whatever. But anyway, David ends up going home at Tribal. Because Central Park Pier is like, I don't want to be a passenger. And Dad Bod makes his case. And I have to say, Dad Bod is actually kind of awesome at Tribal the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. He's done a great job.
He had that one bump on the road.
Yep.
We talked about it a couple of times. Now he's putting him in. He's in position to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's doing great.
Got a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance?
David, talks about his brand is loyalty, and everybody laughs because he's, said that before. He makes the pitch and Wentworth isn't falling for it, and then he ends up going home, which I was kind of bummed because I really like David Wright, and I wanted him to, I want to see him a little bit more in the game. But of course, we'll still see him.
He's a fun player, but he's a returning player, and it was time for him to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, for both, for that and Wentworth, like in both cases, like you'd be a fool to leave it for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
we've been talking about for a while. They're finally all right, we need to get rid of them.
And they've all been saying it for a while, but I think they all were using the returning players to kind of like drive votes, right? And hide behind because they were all kind of easy pickoffs to make the case for. But if there was going to be a final player that I wanted to see in the end, I think that David or Kelly would have been the two that I would have been the most okay with out of the four of them.
Well, you can't do David because David's he's good at pleading his case, so he had to get out of there.
Yeah. Oh, he is. I'm just and he absolutely
and Wentworth
is.
has just been terrible at the challenges. She's done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but she's great at finding immunity idols, and up until this week, knowing when to play them.
Over here.
Yeah. Oh. But anyway, yeah, so David ends up going to...
She's great at finding them, but she's not very good at playing them.
Mm-hmm. So, David goes to Edge of Extinction, but like right after he gets voted out, Ron and War Dog kind of share this look, which I thought was kind of interesting in general, like, because they didn't really like each other before this vote.
Well, War Dog said, "You see that butterfly?" And Ron said, "Yeah, I did. I was dancing. I saw it."
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Say no more. Yeah, you're right. We go back over to Edge of Extinction. David has just gotten there, and it's the next morning. Joe brings in 7 bottles and 7 clues, and David's still in game mode, so he takes off. But I
had a question.
Yeah.
If Joe has the bottles, does he have to bring all the bottles with him?
Probably.
It's Survivor. Would Rupert do it?
Look, Rupert, we started to watch The Amazing Race that we watched until the first commercial break tonight, and Rupert was using his Rupert voice, and I was
It's just his voice.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, I was totally in. I was like, okay, we're 100,000% going back to watch this tomorrow, and I am super
I told you
excited.
Zach will like it because it's mostly challenges.
It is mostly, yeah, that's true.
And getting a crappy cab driver. And finding that you always got that one team that can't drive a stick shift. Always.
That's true.
And they're trying to back up, and they're going like 3, every time.
Yeah. You have always said that.
Yeah.
I've never watched an episode of Amazing Race, but you've always said that there's always the stick shift person.
Yeah, and I never thought it was... You shouldn't have to get screwed on a cab driver.
That's what she said.
You shouldn't lose because a cab driver doesn't know where he's going, especially in this day and age.
Anyway, David takes off, but is it Eric, Chris? What's his name? I don't know. Whatever. One of them, they're like a dime a dozen, thinks that he knows the clue. No, literally, I don't know which one it was. I typed Eric/Chris. David finds it, and he gets to give somebody an advantage. And we all know, we're like, oh, that's so cute that everybody's trying to make this
That's a pretty good
suspenseful.
advantage.
But, like, you're giving it to what's his
It
face.
turns out it was a huge advantage because Devin kept knocking his balls off.
That's also what she said. That's what Jeff said.
Yeah. Well, you don't put your ball in the middle one. You save that for your last move.
Exactly.
So
you kind of sling it to the side.
Exactly. Just flop it right over to the side. Delicately, of course. You don't want to, make any sudden motions.
You don't want any chafing.
No.
Let me shift here. Okay.
Yeah. And then, once you've got it positioned on the side, you just go right for the middle. But whatever. They were balancing balls. Devins had the advantage. We had some great lines from Jeff Probst, including...
But it was only between Aurora, Ron, and Devins. The other ones couldn't even get their balls to...
Yes, Lauren was like, this is so hard, which we were all like, but Lauren, everybody else has at least got one on the board. So we had some inappropriate Jeff comments. He's like, Devins, toss me one of your balls. And we were like, Jeff, you get everybody's balls when they start playing this game. And and then it was like, Aurora looking to stick one. But anyway, Deadbot ends up winning immunity, and we were all like, yay, underdog, go! Go you! Love to see the chaos that's going to follow. But it turns out it wasn't so much chaosy. Initially, everyone wants to go after Aurora because she's like the most easy vote. However, War Dog wants to make a move against Wentworth, who is the last returning player. And then we get one of those very rare, but not so rare on this season of Survivor, earlier today, you see War Dog talking to Dad Bod and Aurora about it, and then he approaches Ron about getting Kelly Wentworth out. And Ron is afraid of what the Central Park Pier is going to do.
He was terrified.
He was like, she's going to be furious if Wentworth goes home. So
her luck was not. She was not happy.
No, she wasn't. So this was the first night that I actually got some, and don't ask me why it took so long, that I got, and I'm going to put this out there, that I usually, in previous seasons, I've listened to other Survivor podcasts, but I have not actually, I don't listen to anything else right now. So if this has been said before, I'm sorry, forgive me.
You don't have to. There's only one podcast to listen to.
Us.
I was going to say Rob has a podcast, but...
Oh, yeah, well, I still... It's funny, I still download them all, but I never get a chance to go back and listen to them. And every week I'm like, I'm going to listen this week because I love all of the Rob stuff. But anyway, War Dog is kind of starting to get that Tony Vlachos vibe, where before I feel like he kind of had it, but he wasn't always driving the vote, but he was kind of driving the vote, but he wasn't at the same time, and there's no spy shacks involved, and if there's no spy shacks, then clearly you're not like
I thought
Tony,
I tried
right?
saying a couple weeks ago you could win, you guys shot me down.
Well, I think that I don't think he's going to win, but I think that War Dog is going to get pretty far. I don't know. But
Victoria, who's my
and mine too.
I don't think she can win now. She's just hanging on.
Yeah,
nah, I don't know. I think she still can. Come back.
She's not in control. She still has a chance, but she went from like 60% to 10%.
She made some wrong moves like 3 weeks ago.
That's true.
And then she lost her control or power.
Did she though? Because I don't think she made the wrong moves. So she let Julie.
Well, I just think she's on the bottom now. She was right. She was in the decision making.
Honestly,
now they don't even talk to her anymore.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that to go up to bat for our girl. I don't think that it's that bad for her because we're never seeing her in trouble. Everybody that has made the moves since then, so mainly Julia rather, ended up going home, and now we see.
Okay, so it's her, Dad Bod, and let's say the Central Park Pier. Who wins?
Well, as of right now, Dad Bod, but we don't know what's going to happen for the next couple of weeks. Like Lauren could, because Natalie in San Juan del Sur kind of emerged pretty late, right? We would have probably thought that Missy was going to win. I don't know. It was like 5 years ago at this point, literally. But like, did we all kind of think that Missy or John or, John, the fiance of Jacqueline, was probably the most likely people to win? And I don't
even remember that.
So Missy was the mom of Baylor, and they had the. Yeah, so it was
a two. One that had Rudy, Richard Hatch, and
no. I think that was a couple of years further back, just a couple of years further back, maybe like a decade or so.
Is that Cody or Kobe or whatever? It's Colby.
Colby. Depending on
there was a Cody.
Depending on what you're referring to, also could have been. But no, seriously. Like at this point in the season, for other seasons, we have from time to time thought that there were other people that were going to win.
She needs to go back into where we were seeing her be in the conversation, and she was making decisions, and she was telling, "No, let's wait on that." She was actually making decisions.
Victoria was, yeah,
and now she's not.
She's not, but we also saw that
she's just treading water right now.
Yeah, but we also saw the conversation with her again, where she was talking about tonight. We saw her being a part of the decision-making process one-on-one tonight, right? So I think that kind of maybe keeps her in as an outside favorite still.
All right.
For it, because we're still seeing something like that, right? Right?
Yeah.
Well, she better take the Central Park Pier with her, and like Aurora could go on a run, and she could win all the challenges.
She could. I think that Aurora might make Final Three.
Is she good at the puzzle challenges?
You got to get her out at this point.
But I think she could make Final Three, especially because we saw this confessional from her tonight where she was never in trouble, but we saw her talking about being a foster child, right? And that's kind of things that tugs at our heartstrings.
I mean, amazing. There hasn't been a puzzle challenge for immunity in a while, has there?
Well,
No, not
I guess
really.
not. No.
I mean, it's not like Boston
They've been
Rob
these
season
stamina
where
ones.
every challenge was a puzzle challenge.
Yeah. But, okay, so
It's going to get to that point, though. She's like the last 5 have that.
Speaking of Aurora, going into the final tribal council, she gives her extra vote to Ron in good faith.
God, I didn't get that.
What?
I didn't understand that. It doesn't make sense.
No, neither did we. And we had been talking about something that Zach did before we went to sleep, because we thought that, it was kind of a dead spot. And then, all of a sudden we were like, wait, she just, what? Why did she do that? And, Ron considers using it against her and voting her out. And we were all like, ooh, well, this could be interesting.
But she said the deal is if she gets voted out and comes back in the game. Now, does she insist on having it back next week?
No, I don't think she can.
Because to me, I don't understand. You're fighting for your life. Even if you went to Extinction Island, how many people are there? Like 8 or 9. You have a 1 in 9
27.
chance of getting back in the game. I know you're good at the challenges.
Yeah.
Well, why? And then you still have to hope that Ron doesn't get voted out and that Ron gives it back to you.
So did
right?
she say to him, like, I didn't honestly, like, I didn't write down the exact exchange. Did she say, like, I'm giving you this for this vote? Or
I'm giving you this in case I get voted out. If I get back in the game, you give it back to me.
There you go.
And he said, okay. And I'm like going, but then he's like, he doesn't have to give it back to her.
That's true.
He doesn't, but.
And if you're that close to if you think you're going to be voted out, why would you just put 2 votes towards Kelly?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
But Ron.
So now Ron, who's a snake anyway, has 2 votes.
Well, unless he gives it back, because I wouldn't underestimate, like, Aurora being the kind of person that doesn't get back to camp and be like, give me my effing vote back. Like, I want it back. Just blowing it up, because even if he refuses to give it back to her, everyone knows now that he has an advantage.
Yeah, that could be it.
True.
So,
Well,
but
I guess
anyway,
we'll find out next week. But as of now, I thought it was a bad move.
yeah, I was kind of like whatever about it. Yeah, too. So we go to tribal council. Everyone,
Wentworth.
yeah. So whatever. Wentworth
goes home with an idol.
Aubrey looked like she was super marinating in the vote.
She was like, war dog.
Yeah, and she was like, holy S, war dog. And we were like, yes, he has no hair. But, no, I'm just calling back.
Well, if fair, Aubrey didn't have her glasses on.
Oh. No, but,
know.
War Dog is impressing the jury, and I would not be surprised if he goes home next week because everyone else sitting at tribal council notices, like, oh, everybody is holy S-ing War Dog. Which would be kind of amazing because Devins was at Edge of Extinction at one point, right?
Yeah.
So that is like CBS and Survivor's production teams like wet dream because somebody that actually got sent home got saved by their twist.
And I don't think anyone could complain because he got back. Well, he got back weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like 13 people left in the game.
Yeah.
So he earned it all the way back. There wasn't this thing. Well, yeah, he won, but he only had to go to one tribal or whatever,
Yeah, and that would totally make sense why we saw so much of like him. He could get voted out. Everyone wants to go to him first, and then he didn't. And, here we go. We've got this journey. Yeah, I mean, I would be okay with Rick winning.
Same here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right, so
I didn't pick him.
Well, let's wrap up this recap. Any final thoughts here?
I think we've pretty much gone through it all.
All right. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for some listener feedback. Listener feedback. All right. It's listener feedback time. We got some emails. Colleen, take it away.
All right. The first email is from Mandy. Clap.
Mandy.
Mandy says, double boot, double suck.
Wow.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel, Mandy.
She's got to stop holding back. I tried to guess where these emails
really
are
know
going.
how she really feels.
Or, spoiler alert.
Yeah. What the star, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation
All right, lower
point.
your voice a little bit, Colleen. You're peeking on my audios here.
I'm just.
I know you're trying to emulate.
Too soon on the audio.
Oh, inflection matters. Anyway,
Someone say Colleen peaked 10 years ago.
I did. I think I peaked at birth, but what the star? Question mark?
Well, now you seem sedated. I mean, just just in between
Question
that
mark,
and the other.
star.
Whatever. Mandy wants to WTF it with a bunch of question marks and exclamation points. David and Kelly in one episode. Survivor gods suck right now. Both returned women went home with idols. Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
But at least all the idols have been found by women this season. Dad Bods was given to him, so I'm not counting it as being found.
But does it do you any good if you find it if you don't know how to play it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Mandy's point.
You've won the James Award.
I feel like Wentworth,
the double James Award.
Like Wentworth did a really good job not playing it, like really having a good read. I think she got a really false sense of security after that crazy tribal, 2 previous tribals before.
I think you have to.
Bitter.
She should have played it, obviously.
But they did a good job that she didn't have any fear.
Because I'm sure she could have probably talked Lauren into giving her idol.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. She was the Jeremy to Lauren's Fishback.
Yeah.
But anyway, wasn't Heroes versus Villains an amazing season? Watching Coach win his second time playing. War Dog might think he's a super fan, but we all know better.
He's done an okay job for his really crappy immunity challenges.
And everyone complains about him.
Yeah, but
everyone complains, but he's still there.
He also thought that Coach won his second time playing.
Yeah,
it wasn't even Heroes versus Villains. He actually, man, he said that he got second place in his
maybe he meant that Coach wanted to play against the best.
I think he said that he got second place in Heroes Villains, but it was second place in South Pacific, as we all know.
I want to play against Warriors. That was always his line.
Well, he did fight those Amazon
Coach, I want to win $1
people.
million. You're out.
Mm-hmm. War Dog might think he's super fan, but we all know better. Here, how does coming off an immunity win last week, Gavin's name doesn't even get brought up? He should be a target way before Victoria.
He's a goat.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a threat because nobody listens to him.
Yep.
True.
Right?
He's not driving the game. He doesn't have a resume.
Look on his face. That's why I want to go down.
Yep.
Do we think that Gavin's going to make it to the family visit and his wife is going to be like, finally a honeymoon?
or he doesn't make it just before.
Disappointment, Gavin's wife.
I think he makes it because
slightly premature.
I think he's a goat.
I don't think Gavin's making it. Nope, I don't think Gavin's making it. I think Aurora has a better chance at Final 3, which would be amazing because that would be...
I'm not saying Final 3. I'm saying
my second time having my default pick going to Final 3. Just saying.
Aurora, I would vote her off as soon as possible because she's good at the challenges.
I think that they kind of wanted to, but there were some returning players in the way.
Well, yeah. Well, now that they're gone.
Yeah, now that they're gone, we'll see.
Of course, now the Central Park Pier won't vote for Aurora out of spite.
Yeah, I know, right? That's very true. I think that they're going to go for... I think everyone's in just enough natural chaos to vote the threats out and let the people like Aurora slip past through to the final 3, right? Or at least the final 5 or 6. Right? I don't know. That's what I think. But Mandy continues, now that Kelly is gone, I need a new winner pick. Julie is looking really good since we are seeing a lot from her. Mandy, I'm so sorry that we just spent a decent amount of time making fun of Julie the Central Park here.
I don't think she can win.
We're gonna a very expletive filled email from Mandy after she listens to this.
I think so too.
I'm okay. I can take it.
I don't think we're getting a favorable winner's edit from Julie at all. I don't think we're getting a super negative one whatsoever. But I think
we're getting a frustrated edit from Julie. I think she's frustrated the game is not going the way she wants.
Yeah,
I think she's probably used. She probably controls the household. She's probably used to getting things her way. Maybe. That's what my attitude towards her. I could be completely wrong. I don't know her, but it seems to me that she's getting frustrated because people are. She started getting frustrated when things weren't going her way.
Exactly.
But when they had to start going to tribal and had to start voting, she was getting frustrated that that's not who I want to vote out.
Yeah, it's kind of like she donated $500,000 to get her daughters into college and then just didn't understand why she was being charged with some criminal charges about it.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah. I just get that vibe.
My read on her is she just is, because every time they don't go her way, she's openly frustrated about it. You can't be. You have to keep it under wraps and go.
Yeah, and Jack is being super nice with the word frustrated to describe it.
Well, no, I think that's fair. She's frustrated and
freaking out about it. But our next email is from Victoria.
Victoria.
Woohoo! So the first episode was whack. But I have to give it up to the beautiful butterfly that caused Hot Dog to fail the immunity challenge.
Again, we can say it was the butterfly's fault, but let's be honest, he was gonna lose.
The butterfly was heavy, and it landed on my ear and tilted off my balance.
He's so bad at all of them.
Awful.
Hashtag bitterflies. LOL.
What happens if he's the fourth guy and he has to try to build the fire? Does he fall into the fire?
I think you're right. I think he does.
Go a Michael and a Mike, whatever his name was, and fall into the fire.
Oh, my scoopin'.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Minus all that other extracurricular stuff.
Yeah. Well, but I'm not saying War Dog is that, but I just don't see him because he doesn't do anything around camp, right? We've heard that.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't think so. Maybe you take him and you make him go build fire. Because he can't.
An excellent point. I would actually, you're right. I would make War Dog build fire. Because I don't even think with like an advantage and 4 days practice, War Dog would be able
I don't think he'd do it with gasoline and a match. I think he would struggle with that.
You're right. I think you're totally right.
What do you do with this? War Dog,
drop it where?
Oh my god.
I thought it was beer.
You're totally right. Anyway, Victoria continues. I must say that Dadbot is fighting hard to stay in the game. He is. He's starting to really impress me. He is. I find myself rooting for Aurora because I do not believe she intentionally messed up last week.
Did she? She didn't.
Yeah, no, I don't think she did.
She didn't intentionally mess up. She messed up.
Yeah. She has the fight that I wish Julie, aka the Central Park Pier, had. I love how Kelly went out with the idol. All the returning players will have to fight each other to get back into the game, and I am ready for it! Lots of exclamation points. Side note, again, butterflies rock. Victoria.
Victoria, thank you. I enjoyed your emails all season, as well as Mandy's.
Yeah. And once in a while, JP.
And once in a while, when he cares enough.
JP is just giving up.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's just say he's just giving up.
And we did get an email from Jeff about our Ken is a 10 sequel. Yeah, good times. If you would like to send us an email.
I thought it was a new one.
Yeah, kind of misleading.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
SurvivorJJC@gmail.com.
Or call us at 385-309-0311. All right,
call
it is
anytime.
Time for the last segment of our show. It's time to tally the votes. Let's see how we did.
To be honest with you, I don't know about you guys. I couldn't even remember who I picked.
Well, let's see.
I think we both picked War Dog.
Well, first, let's see who we did preseason, like when they were going out. So let's find. First, we had David Wright. Colleen, you said Final 3.
Oh. So close.
That hurts. That really hurts.
I had Merge, so I finally get a point.
Woo!
Jay's on the board.
I mean, I was already before, but it's been a while. And Jack, you said pre-merge, so no points. So a rare occurrence in which I get a point and you and Colleen don't.
I'm slumping.
Whoa, what did I say?
You said Final 3. You didn't get anything.
Oh.
All right, and then Kelly Wentworth. Let's see. Kelly Wentworth.
L-Y. Why?
Jack, you said merge. Colleen, you said merge. I said pre-merge. So Colleen and Jack.
So everything's back to
yeah, exactly. We break even on that. Let's see who we picked. We did not know it was a double elimination. And none of us were right. Anyway, Jack, you said Ron. Colleen, you said War Dog. And I said Aurora. So no points to be had.
You were the closest, Jack.
I think so.
Actually, Aurora got some votes because War Dog got a few votes, didn't he? No.
I think that I was the closest because I think he pissed enough people off, but I could be wrong.
At least War had votes. Stop it. If she didn't win that first immunity challenge, she would have been gone instead of David.
Yeah, but she did, so I got no points.
Jerk.
I think my final 3 of Aurora is pretty much going to take me to winning this overall challenge.
Ooh, I'm going to save that audio clip. All right.
Oh, please do.
Let's go to episode 10. Who do we think is going home? Colleen. Going to call her shot, not throw it away.
I'm going to Babe Ruth it. War Dog.
Okay, that's 2 weeks in a row you've said War Dog.
And I'm sticking to it.
All right. I'm going to say Aurora. I'm going to double down.
Aurora.
I would normally go with Aurora, but I think she can win the challenge.
Don't you mean Briar Rose?
I'm going to go with War Dog because there's no chance he has immunity necklace around his neck unless he somehow steals it from someone. So I'm going to go War Dog too. I think his blind side of Kelly is going to come back to bite him.
All right, and we tallying the votes so far. Jack is still in the lead with 12 tally marks. I am in dead last with 3, and Colleen is right behind Jack with 7.
And I still have 2 of my final 3, right?
Behind.
How many final 3 do you have left?
I think we all have 2 of 3.
I have 2.
Because I have Aurora and Victoria left, and you have Victoria and...
Lauren.
Lauren? Central Park Pier?
No.
Lauren. Oh, Division 1. Yes.
Division 1, who really has done nothing except now what is she going to do?
Maybe she finally gets her game together.
Oh, maybe we should have picked her to go out next week.
Or to win the game.
No, she's not going to win the game.
If she goes out next week with an idol, then she should never be invited back.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Real fair.
That's true.
Well, it's fair because you just had your hero get voted out with an idol. You have to know that you've got to be on the chopping block, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, so Jack and I both have 2 of 3 left. Do you have 2 of 3 left, or I don't remember.
A jerk?
Does it
no,
matter?
I've had Aubrey go home. I've had Keith go home. I think I don't have any left.
Keith. Oh, and you had your winner's pick go home.
Exactly. I'm
was
out.
who, Eric or Chris? I can never remember.
Who's
They're
your
all the
winner?
same to me.
Who's your new winner's pick? I forget.
Aubrey.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Could you pick another one? Oh no, I guess she still has a chance to win, right?
No,
she
doesn't.
Chance to win.
All right, whatever, Jack.
At least she stayed in the game, didn't go home.
That's
like the other winner's pick.
Like your other pick, Keith. You had Wendy in there too, didn't you?
No.
Oh my god, you totally had Wendy in your final 3.
You had Wendy final 3, I think. Yeah.
No,
oh my god, you did.
No, I didn't. I had Keith.
No, you had Wendy.
I had Aubrey, and I had Eric. I did not have Wendy.
Oh my god,
she was I did like her, but in her whatever's, I had her pre-merged, so I got a point.
No,
for
you
Wendy.
didn't.
I'm looking at it right now, you son of a bitch.
Whoa, language.
Whoa, family podcast.
Because you're accusing me of something I didn't do.
I thought that you had Wendy because she was a flea market person. You're a flea market person.
That was like the first glance and only took like 30 seconds of her preview.
Well, it's been like 8 weeks or 9 weeks since then, okay?
Anyways.
I've done double
You've done a lot of
per week.
drinks.
That said, no, that's not true. No, okay. That said,
you think the alcohol would warm you up?
That's true.
First of all, I'm pretty sure that you had Wendy in your final 3. And
I didn't.
All right.
I haven't edited or touched it. They're all gone regardless. All of my final 3 picks. Keith, Eric, and Aubrey all went home. So I have none left.
Aubrey?
Aubrey. I didn't say Robert.
I'd like to report on Aubrey.
Yeah. Anyway. All right.
We have an Aubrey in progress.
That'll do it for the show. Give us a call at 385-309-0311.
Call anytime.
And give us an email to survivorjjc@gmail.com. Join our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/Jay and Jack group. Check out our other shows on the network at jayandjack.com/iTunes. And again, become a patron at patreon.com/jayandjack, or go to jayandjack.com and click on the Become a Patron link. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Hasta luego.
Also, stay tuned for our Survivor JJC bonus if you're a patron.
And
thank you to the patrons that
Amazing Race with
level.
Jack and Cindy comes
Oh,
back.
yeah, that comes back, too.
Tomorrow. We haven't even watched it yet. So
Yeah.
Neither have we.
Yeah, well,
We
clearly,
recorded this
because
episode.
it ended 13 minutes ago and we've been recording.
Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Hasta
Thank you to the
luego.
patrons that contribute a certain level, including Tack from Tokyo.
We started with the episode, remember?
Oh, you started that?
Yeah,
well, on
this
the,
first
on
one.
I
the,
wasn't paying
the Ramblecast After Dark,
Clearly.
we read it twice.
Oh.
Look at
We
you
did, too,
guys.
actually, on the broadcast. We did it, too.
Wow.
We did the beginning and the end because we couldn't remember what we decided on.
No, well, okay, so we had the exact same conversation. We're like, all right, I think we're going to do it at the beginning. And then we got to then we were like, it just feels so weird not to say it. So let's just say it again.
All right, we'll see you all next time. Hasta luego and goodbye.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Old school.